What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition right here on Sunday, Red One Radio. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm having a good day, man. Well, actually, I'm kind of having a slow day. Did a lot of beer drinking last night. Big shout out to Edgy Throttle out there, Warbeard, Chuckster, and those guys. A lot of drinking last night. Had a good time, though. Had a good time, but you know, it just made me a little sluggish today. But that's all right, man. I'm still here, still doing the show. Glad to have you guys with me. But today's guest, guys, comes all the way from the Midwest of the U.S. of A. He goes by the name of Hollar Moto. What's going on, my dude? How you doing, man?
What's up, everybody? What's up, Red One?
Man, nothing much.
Glad to be here.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. You know, we're just gonna ask some questions. You know, open the phone lines a little bit later, and you know, take some calls if you guys want to call in. Big shout out to everybody over there in the side chat. Warbeard or Redbeard, I almost said Warbeard. Captain Redbeard out there, Brabtastic X1. Let's see who else is out there. Miss Peaches. Big shout out to you guys. Is that it? Juster on 2, Trini. Yeah. Good to see you guys over here, man. I know there's like a couple other like hangouts and stuff going on today. I saw like Backroads got some stuff going down, and I think what was it, Leaky? I think had something going on. But Mothman in the building. What up, dude? Okay, Mothman gonna be in the side chat talking shit all night, dude.
He always is.
But anyways, man. So, is it too cold for you to ride now over there?
You know what? Today, I don't know. This weekend was like a real weird weekend. It was really nice, and of course, I slept through it today. But shit, it got up to like almost 70 today. So I could have rode, but you know, working at night shift, I have to sleep all day long.
Okay.
So I didn't get to get out.
70 ain't bad. I don't think it got that warm here, to be honest. I don't know. Like I literally walked outside for about 3 seconds. I was in shorts and a t-shirt, and I was like, ew. I mean, like, it's okay, but like definitely you don't want to go out. So right now it looks like we're at 58 degrees. But as far as high, I don't know what it was here, man. Like I said, I stayed inside all day. Slept like noon. Just fucking woke up, ate a little something, and then fucking was like, all right, let's do this show. But anyways, man, let's go ahead and dive into it. So, let everybody know what you ride, where you're from, what your channel's about. For those that don't know, you know, we can educate the people out there.
Well, if anybody doesn't know, then yeah, I'm Hollar Moto. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I ride a 2008 Harley Davidson Softail Springer, and if anybody looks up, it's actually called a Crossbones. Huh. Got a lot of work done to it. It's really stupid fast. Anybody that watches my videos know I drag race the shit out of it. Yeah. And I have fun doing it.
Yeah, I went and saw some videos. Yeah, you do have one that's like totally dedicated to just drag racing.
Just about. Yeah.
Man, you guys will never have to worry about cops, or is it not that bad, or what?
Oh, no. Well, here towards the end of the year, it has gotten really bad about cops. But most of the time, the place where we race at, it's way off the beaten path. The only thing we have to worry about is we're right by the Ford plant, and we're actually by a spot where they actually park all the Ford trucks after they're built. They park them in this parking lot, and it's at the end of our race strip so we have to watch out for them pulling in trucks and leaving. Other than that, usually we don't get messed with. If the cops show up, we all just leave, wait for about an hour, go back and start racing again. Nice. And then usually they only break us up about once a night. But the end of the year here, a lot of people's gotten hurt, a lot of people's gotten killed on different roads, so the cops have stepped it up a little bit. So they're trying to stop us from doing it. They're putting in some people are putting in some requests to put it in another drag strip, because we used to have the KCIR, Kansas City International Raceway, and they closed us down a couple years ago. So somebody's putting it in, try to get another one. What it boils down to is the mayor of one of the close by towns to the drag strip got pissed off about the noise, so she had enough friends in high places, they got it shut down. And that drag strip been there since, you know, the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, that sucks, man. You know, it's like, those people that move next to an airport and then bitch about airplanes, right? Or
right, yeah, exactly.
I mean? It's like,
Exactly.
dude, you knew when you fucking moved in that was gonna be a thing. But yeah, I get it, man. And hopefully you guys, get a drag strip back open. I know we, like California, we have a few of those out here, as far as like near us. But I know they do. I want to say it's like Thursdays at like Irwindale Speedway. It's like $10, I think, and fucking like all you can race or some stupid shit. Like people were trying to get me to go, but I never went, man. But what's the? I got a question, man. So what is the penalty if you get caught drag racing?
If you get caught drag racing, I mean, it's basically up to the officer. He most of the time they're really cool and they'll just let us go. They'll just give us a stern talking to and just let you go. But it depends on really how fast they get you going. Like me, I'm on a Harley. By the end of the drag strip, I'm only doing 125. Right. So usually they don't fuck with me. But say on my buddy's Busa, the night I raced it, I got up to 180.
Yeah.
And they would have took the bike, they would have thrown me in jail, and that's basically the maximum penalty. They take the bike and throw you in jail.
Wait.
A lot of them they'll just take the bike and let you go, but if you're going too fast, they'll just throw you in jail.
Like when you say take the bike, you mean so you have to pay penalties, or are we talking?
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, like, they're impounding that sumbitch. You're paying impound fee, penalty fees, and however much it costs to get it out.
Oh, okay. Well, from what
it's like $120 a day that you don't get it out.
Oh shit. Yeah. So from what I was told here in California, like if they take the shit, like they'll just crush it. They'll fucking crush the car or whatever else. I don't know if it's true. But
I've heard that in different cities. Kansas City, no, they'll just impound it and let you get it back.
Gotcha. Well, that ain't too bad, man. I mean, to be honest, dude, I would be super scared to get my freaking car or bike, crushed, dude. Like, number one, they're gonna take it, and then they're gonna charge you fees probably to crush it, and it's just that's gonna be. That's gonna be horrible,
and that's the thing. I mean, we do it every weekend, and we know the risk, we know the chances, and it's just something we got to be willing to do. And I mean, be honest with you, if the cops did actually try to do anything, most of us are gonna run, and they're not gonna catch us.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, see, out here, I'm too scared to run, man. Just because there's nowhere to run to. Like, if you run, you're gonna run into another city that they're just gonna have cops waiting for you, or there's probably fucking 20 goddamn helicopters all within like a 50-mile radius that could be called up at any point in time. So no, I'll leave it alone. I'll pull over. I'll take that L, dude. I'll pay that fucking fine. Like,
yeah. Well, see, that's like the main one we race at is right next to a highway that goes straight to the country. I mean, it's like within a matter of 5 miles you'll be in the country, and city cops won't come there. They have to call in the county sheriffs, and the county sheriffs are like, it's not worth our time. But I mean, for 99% of us don't run. We all just chill out and kind of just roll out nice and smooth, slow. And the cops usually don't screw with us. As long as we respect them, they respect us.
Right. If you guys can hear me, let me know if it sounds good. It sounds loud as fuck to me.
I've got you turned down on mine because it's so loud.
Everybody's saying a little quiet over there, but we'll see how this works. So let me ask you this, man. What made you start riding, man, and why cruisers?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to see. I'm 40 years old. I got my first dirt bike when I was 5 years old. It was a 1980 Suzuki 80, and I'm actually from a very small town, a very historic town here in Missouri, Lexington, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
And we had nothing to do except for, farm and ride dirt bikes. So I started riding dirt bikes when I was 5 years old. And it's basically just because of the way I was brought up. That's why I have always ridden cruisers. Now, I've had a Gixxer 750, but that's the only sport bike I've ever had. And I sold it and went back to cruisers again.
Okay.
I'm not like, I don't disgrace against anything. I like all bikes. And, I'm not one of them guys that's like, oh, it's got to be fucking Harley. You can ride anything you want. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all.
I got you. Do you wave at sport bike riders, or do you just?
I wave at more sport bike riders than I do Harley guys. Because sport bike riders will wave back and Harley guys won't.
I got you. Yeah, that to me seems to be the general consensus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Adventure / Harley riders, it's very, very questionable to get a good peace sign or a wave or something. Which is, I don't know, it's funny, man.
Well, especially out here because my state is a big MC state. Like we have shit tons of MCs here, especially just around Kansas City, and a lot of them are old school Harley guys. They're set in their ways. It's only cruisers, it's only Harleys, it's all I'm waving at. And they're old school, so that's the way they do it.
Right. I mean, I get it, but it's funny, man. Working at a motorcycle dealership and selling used Harleys and stuff, man. I'm actually starting to I would say understand Harleys a little bit more because now I'm actually around them. Normally, for me, a Harley is something I see in passing, and that's it. So I couldn't tell you what the hell it was. I could just tell you it was like a bagger, or it was like or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's funny that I've had this conversation with a couple of customers, and they were talking about how they've noticed how Harley Davidson seems to be kind of changing their like marketing, or their like kind of who they're making bikes for. It's
right.
Like they're now trying to come out, I guess, for the younger crowd. Is that something that you've noticed? If you know.
Yes and no. It depends on the bikes. Like what Backroad bought. That I didn't remember what they're called.
Yeah,
that's mainly for younger generation guys that maybe don't want a full on sports bike, but want something that looks really cool and does actually go pretty fast and does wheelies. They do wheelies. But some of the younger guys that I do know, if they do go to Harleys, they are following on the road glides or street glides like everybody else that buys a fucking Harley. I'm so sick of seeing road glides and street glides. It's ridiculous. They flooded the market with them. They're stupid. But I mean, with the path that Harley's taking with doing away with Dynas and making everything Softails. I mean, I ride a Softail, so I'm a Softail guy, but I don't think it was a good idea to get rid of Dynas altogether. Especially like if you have like your Lee Stewart.
Yeah.
That's he stunts a Dyna, and a lot of guys that do stunt Harleys. That's what they stunt. They stunt Dynas or Sportsters. And now you've taken that away, and that's what appeals to these younger people. That's what they were looking for in the first place. So why take something away? Because somebody might have seen a Lee Stewart video and like, well, I want a Dyna so I can try to start stunting Harley Davidson. Well, Now he doesn't have that option anymore. They took it away.
So why is the Sportster and the Dyna like a very popular like kind of stunt bike or whatever for Harleys? Like I have no clue. I don't know what makes
the Dyna, because the Dyna, I mean, it's no secret. Harley Davidson has so much low end torque. It's not funny, and that's why I win so many drag races, because I got so much low end torque. I get off the line faster, and that's what you get when you buy a Harley Davidson. The Sportsters, the Dynas, anything like that, they got so much low end torque. All you have to do is up that the belt drive, or if you switch over to sprocket drive, and you just go up in size a little bit, and bam, you've got a fucking wheelie like that. I mean, you don't even have to do that, and you can wheelie them. But, when you stunt one out like that, you can wheelie it at slow speeds, stuff like that. You can, just basically like a sport bike, you just up the deal. Right. But it's just, the main thing is they've got so much low-end torque. It's easier to do stuff. It's easier to wheelie the bike and do slow wheelies. Now, on the other hand it's a very heavy bike. Right. It's not like a sport bike, if you're doing a
50 pounds wet, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not doing a 636 or a CBR 600 or anything. You're on a Dyna low, or not a low rider, but it's a Dyna Super Glide or something. Doing that's 700 pounds.
See, I can imagine fucking like being near balance point, and then like I don't know, something happens and you wind up coming down real hard, dude. That's a
right.
It's a lot of weight.
It is. I mean, my bike, because it's a Softail, so it's like almost impossible to wheelie. Because it's a Softail, you get so much give in it. It doesn't have the shock set up the way you really want to for wheelies. It will wheelie, maybe a foot off the ground, maybe for 20, 30 feet I can run it out, but that's it. I mean, that's all I get out of it. So I try not to wheelie it too hard. And plus mine's a Springer, so when it comes down hard.
Oh, okay. Huh. And let me ask you this. So with you, doing a bunch of drag racing, have you done anything from your bike to maybe set it up a little bit better for drag racing?
I've got it completely cammed out. I've got it cammed to the max. I can't do anything else. I mean, I've done a tune on it. The last thing I can do to it now is I still haven't put a programmer in it, and I can put another programmer in it, and the next thing is basically jug it, make the engine bigger. And with the way everybody is stepping up their drag racing game around here, I'm going to have to.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because everybody's starting to step up their games, because especially when they see me down there, I made a pretty good name for myself down there at drag strip, and everybody sees me, they see me winning. So now everybody's like, well, I'm going after that guy. So they're going to step up their game. I got to step up my game.
I got you. Well, who's your biggest competition out there, man, as far as bikes wise?
Bikes wise, well, I mean, it all depends. Like a couple of my buddies ride Fat Bobs, and they can keep up with me really good, but they can't beat me. But my other buddy Liam, he just bought an M109R, the Suzuki Boulevard M109R.
Okay, yeah.
And that bike is fucking fast.
Really?
Yes, he has beaten me twice on a drag race.
Damn, we actually have a Boulevard for sale. I mean, I know you're talking about the Suzuki Boulevard, right?
Yeah, the M109R.
Is that okay? Is there different versions of that bike?
I know you got I think you got the regular Boulevard, and then you got the M109R. I'm not sure. I don't really follow Suzuki cruisers much, but I do know that bike is fucking fast. It really is.
Wait, I think this is this is what we have. Really? I don't know. I don't really picture that bike as, I don't know, dude. It just looks like a lot of bike, and that's a lot of weight to be trying to move quickly. So
I know Prairie Boy used to have one.
Huh.
But yeah, it is. It's actually a pretty fast bike, and he's beaten me. We probably raced 8 times, and out of the 8 times, he's beaten me twice. But he's not a very seasoned drag racer. Like the 2 times he beat me, he actually did take me off of the line, and I could not run him down. That bike was actually pretty fast. But I mean, he's a 109, so he's 1,800 cc's. I'm 1,600 cc's.
Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. Well,
that would be, I'd say, for close competition, that's the closest bike to mine. Unless you have a Harley that, even the new Harley 107s, I smoke them all day long because Harley has detuned them. So unless you tune them and do a bunch of, put stage 2 and 3 kits on them, you're not going to beat my 96 cubic inch because I've got so much work done to it.
All that torque and it where would you say your bike starts to fall on its face? As far as speed wise, what, 80,
speed, 90? Right around 95. 90 to 95, that's when it's just okay, I can feel it. It's not making the speed like I want to anymore. And then I'll max out right around, say on my bike so far, 135 is about as much as I can get out of it.
All right, Mr. Fish, make sure you have yourself a good night. I guess he's going to bed for him.
Yeah, it's probably
3 in the morning for his some stupid shit. Yeah. All right, Fish man, have a good week. Okay, I mean that's not too slow, but not that fast either. But
No, and then of course and then I rode my buddy's fucking Hayabusa, and that's the second Hayabusa I've ever ridden in my life. So I want one bad.
Question: Do you run into any I don't know, let's say handling issues, right? At those speeds, do you kind of wobble or
I don't get the high speed wobble. I get the middle speed wobble, and evidently now I have a low speed wobble. I've been having a problem with my bike for the past year where at 45 to 55 my front end wobbles like fucking crazy and I can't get it to stop. I can't figure it out. I thought I had it taken care of, And then I made a couple videos ago at 25 miles an hour. I almost dumped my bike because I took my damn hands off of it, and it almost threw me.
Could it be? Pretty sure you've already checked the tire, right? Like as far as balance, do you even balance the fucking front tire?
Yes, I actually had mine balanced because I wanted to know what the hell was going on with it. So I had it balanced. The only thing I found out about the front tire, I run the Michelin Commander 2s. And I can't talk bad about them because that back tire, drag racing all year long, doing burnouts, and I still put 4,000 miles on that tire, and it held up. I could still really keep riding with that tire, nice. But I'm not going to. I'm going to get a new one.
Gotcha.
But the front tire, the only thing I could find was that I got a hold of Michelin, and they said if you're experiencing wobble at these speeds, you need to make sure you run your air pressure exactly at 42 all the time. And when I was doing that, I did not get a wobble. I know. I did not get a wobble at all. Yeah, but you got to remember, too, I've got a 200 rear tire, and I've got a 180 front tire. Yeah, I've got a 180 front tire.
Wait, well, I'm still trying to process that because my rear tire is a 180.
Yes, your rear tire. My front tire is as wide as your back tire.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Man. So what is it's a 180? What?
I don't remember the rest of the size. I just know it's a 180. I couldn't remember the rest
of it.
18
or something or what? Are you running like a weird size?
No, it's weird because that's the only bike that Harley made that actually has these tires on it. All the other ones are smaller.
Yeah, like 120 or no, smaller than what are they 120s?
Yeah, about 120s, 130s, or 140s, something like that. Yeah.
Huh.
What did Redbeard say? SNS 124. Shit, you buy me that, Captain Redbeard, I'll throw it in my bike.
What the hell's an SNS 124? I have no idea what that is.
That's a whole bunch of V-twin engine.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, well, man. Yeah, let me ask you, man. What got you started in YouTube, man? Like, I know at some point you were probably watching a Harley video or something. Like, what? Like, how did you come across motovlogging, and then why did you get into like actually recording and doing it? Motovlogging.
Well,
or whatever.
I mean, let's make the story not long. Let's make it short. Like I said, I'm from the country, so all we ever did ride dirt bikes and 4-wheelers and shit. So I was actually looking up videos on YouTube for riding dirt bikes and 4-wheelers, shit like that. I want to watch and see what other people were doing.
Right. Okay.
And then by chance, and I don't even know if the guy still motovlogs or not, but it popped up on there. It was like I can't even remember the name of the video, but I just clicked on it. I'm like, well, what is this here? And it's a guy on a bike, and he's talking. I'm like, okay, well, this is a thing. I didn't know this was a thing. And his name was Motovlog, and he's from Canada.
Huh.
And I don't even know if he still even YouTubes or not. But I started watching him. I subscribed to him, started watching him, and then, of course, by watching that, it starts popping up different people. And then this very second person I ever started watching was Baker. Oh,
Derek, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I started watching him, and then it just kind of progressed from there. And I'm like, oh, so I'm like everybody else that started YouTube, doing this. Oh, man, I could get money. I get paid off doing this shit, whatever. No, you can't.
Especially not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. So, yes, that's how it started. I was just looking for videos for dirt bikes and 4-wheelers, and then I found that Motovlog, and then I got into I was actually making videos for half a year before I ever even knew that live streaming was a thing. So I got into live streaming, and, I was actually – and I'll say this till the end of my damn YouTube career or hobby or whatever, that Octane Moto is the one that gave me my big break, because I was in his side chat every week, just hi everybody, hey everybody, what's going on, and nobody would talk to me ever. And then finally, Octane's like, hey, Hollar, you want in here? I'm like, hell yeah, I do. And then that's how it kind of grew for me right there. And then, but I realized in the first 2 months of me doing videos, I wasn't going to get paid off of doing videos.
Really?
It's like, okay, this is hard. This is a lot harder than what I thought it was.
2 months?
2 months. First 2 months, I knew it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean.
But But you got to remember, Red, I'm a realist. You know, I look at things like, okay, I've been doing this. I've gotten 3 views in, you know, a month. So screw this shit. I'm not going to get paid.
Yeah, you know, it is crazy, man, trying to build a channel from the ground up. Like, you know, it's funny that people look at us, you know, that have whatever, so many subscribers. And they, you know, people look at it like, oh, dude, that's easy, man. I'll just come right in there and, you know, and this and that. Or, yeah, you know, I got this bike, so I should be good. And then you realize, dude, like, yeah, it's not easy, man. And,
No.
you know, like, especially now getting paid, man, with YouTube having that, what is it? It's like you have to have 10,000 views before you can start to monetize your channel. To me right there, that is automatically going to stop a bunch of moto vloggers coming in the game thinking that they're just going to make a bunch of money and get rich and, you know, fucking, you know, do it, you know, and like do it like Dan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's not, dude. You know, some people get lucky and, you know, their content is whatever, you know, it's very unique and, you know, you grow at exponential rates. Like, you know, like, look at like the Kleb, dude. Like the Kleb, man, to me is like I looked at what his numbers are one day, man. Like that dude, he gets, oh God, what was it, man? I forgot how many subscribers that dude gets like on a monthly basis, and I was just like, wow, dude, I don't even get that many views on a month in a month, and this dude is getting subscribers of that number and magnitude, man. It was crazy. Like, and he was, you know, he's outgrowing a lot of the other people that I watch, like Sub D, right? He's outgrowing him. Right. He's outgrowing Derek, and I don't mean like he has more subscribers. I mean like on a month-to-month basis, like, you know, you look at like Baker X Derek, he may get like 20,000 subscribers a month, but I looked at Kleb and he was getting like 4 times that, and I was like, holy crap! And that's the weird dynamics of YouTube, and right. And so somebody may look at the Kleb and be like, you know what, I can do that. I can go out and just be weird. You know what I mean? And then they never go anywhere. You know, they get a couple hundred subs and that's it. But
well, the Kleb, he's got himself a pretty good niche, you know, the stuff he comes up with and just the randomness of him. He makes a very good channel.
That shit is so fun. Hey,
Jimmy!
Yeah, right?
Yeah. He makes a very good channel.
And it works, you know, but, you know, it's funny, man, watching, you know, people in this community, you know, people follow trends. So I'm not, you know, going to be shocked when people try to do that, you know, and then
absolutely.
Whatever, and then somebody else will come in and do something totally different, and then that's going to work. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But yeah, 2 months in the game ain't enough time, man. You need like a good year before you realize whether or not like you're going to keep doing this, and there's a possible chance you could make $1 or $2.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I think I didn't get paid the first like $100. I think it was like it was like 18 months, man. I think I was in the game, dude. And the funny thing is too, like I had like a $40 head start because I had another channel that I use, and I had like $40 from that channel. So when, you know, I just linked them together or whatever. So I had a $40 head start. It still took me like 18 months to know, make like $100. But then it took like 6 months to make the next 100. Then it took like 2 months to make the next. And then everything was on like a good, you know, steady pace. And then all of a sudden, last year hit like into 16. Wait, was it 16? Right. Yeah, into 16 when everybody was starting to come out and start to bitch about how views were down and this and that, you know, that's when everything started to like get real slow. But
yeah.
I mean, there was a chance.
That's what who was it? Bino said it to me the other night. He goes, because I cannot believe that you don't have more subscribers than you do. I'm like, I don't really push my channel that hard because, yes, in the beginning I started out to make money. I seriously did, just like everybody else. You know, everybody can lie and say, oh, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. You started out to make money. And then mine has just kind of went over to look how many damn people I've met and become very good close friends with. And now that's more important to me, to be friends with everybody. That's what's more important to me.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't start to do, you know, to make money or whatever. I knew that was a part of it, and that's why from day one my channel was monetized. But like I'd already known about the whole YouTube thing. I wanted to edit, and I wanted to do something that kept me editing, and that's what motovlogging did. So you know, I put a lot of work in that first year, man. I was just trying out different stuff, you know, seeing what people liked and what they didn't like, and you know, and stuff like that. But yes, a lot of people get in this thinking like, holy crap, Do It With Dan just bought a new car. Holy crap, you know, this motovlogger just bought a new bike, and blah, you know, and like, yeah, I can do that too. And yeah, man, don't be heartbroken if, you know, if and when it doesn't happen. But
right. And that's like, you know, that's like anytime I give anybody any advice, I don't do this for money. Do it for you. You know, don't do it for money.
If you come in for money, like, granted, now here's the thing, man. You know, like, even a long time ago, I was talking with Red Bomb, and he was talking about, like, we were doing a hangout or some shit, and they was like, Red Bomb, why'd you join YouTube? And he's like, money. Straight up. I was like, damn, that's just honest. He's like, no, seriously, that's why I did this shit to make money. But he's like, I met all you fuckers, and so now that kind of changes everything. So now I just like hanging out with you guys. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I like that answer.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way I see it. I see it the exact same way. I started out for money, and it ended up becoming more than that. I mean, it just so many damn friendships I've had over this, and like a lot of people, me and them are really super close. I mean, like, we text on a daily, but you know, we have each other's phone numbers. We text on a daily basis.
Right.
You know, right. That's the kind of stuff I like about it. It's just the community itself.
Yeah, and you know, and I always tell people too, man, like, you know, once you get in, dude, you know, don't necessarily try to run after the biggest dudes, you know, don't try to go over there and think, you know, that like, you know, whatever motovlogger above 100K is, you know, is going to befriend you or be your friend and hang out with you. And
right. Yeah.
No, like, find some people that, you know, that you've been, you know, that you deal with, and, you know, like, everybody has their little group and their little circles and stuff, you know, which is cool. And, you know, I like, for times when we have like SCMMs and like big rides or whatever, we all meet up and we hang out, we, you know, chill for the weekend or something like that. But, you know, find your core group of people. You will enjoy doing it more when, you know, instead of like constantly trying to chase down the biggest, you know, vlogger and then get super pissed off because they don't DM you back, or they don't, you know, reply to your messages, and et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because I mean, you got to realize that. I mean, yeah, those people have 100,000 subscribers. Guess what? You're not the only one trying to message them.
Right. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, you know, and it's like, dude, even if you just wiped away people who don't ride motorcycles, there's still a bunch of people who actually ride still trying to hit that person up. You know what I mean? So
right. Yeah,
you got to factor in all the young, you know, the younger kids maybe that's in like middle school and high school or whatever that don't ride, but just, you know, want to see if Derek will, you know, contact them or talk, you know, whatever, you know. But
right,
it is funny, man. But no, to me, man, this thing has been fun, man. You know, I've met, you know, like a lot of you guys, man. You know, have to side chat for those that, you know, live out here in like LA that don't motovlog, but it's very active, you know, like in the side chat and stuff like that. Like,
right,
you know, I have a little meetup or something, or like, you know, hey, come out to Danny K's this week and whatever. There'll be some more info on that soon, people. But, you know, and then people show up, and then it's like, oh, you're such and such. Hey, that's what's up, dude, man. You be commenting on every video. It's like, to me, that's what this is really about. And when I see a lot of channels who are just only focused on subscriber numbers and view counts and all that crap, then to me, it's like, you know, I can't really relate to that person, man. I mean, they may be cool or whatever, but if that's your focus, then it's not, you know, that's not my goal. It's not the type of people I want to hang around, right? Because, you know, it just tells me like that's the only thing that you're about. It's just making the money and whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Let me see here.
I've been doing this for over a year and a half, and 231 subscribers. That's what I've got.
Yeah. Wait, how long? Yeah, I don't even remember. I mean, I could look at the time frame, but I remember when I hit like 1,000 subscribers, dude. Like, I was just, wow! Like, dude, I was so happy. I did like a little live stream and all that crap. But yeah, man, like, you know, either you, I don't know, man. I think with YouTube the way it is now, dude, everything is it's hard to judge YouTube now, man. Like my channel's as big as it's ever been, but I'm growing at a rate probably that's comparable to like, yeah, maybe my first like 6 months on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that doesn't make no sense. I mean, I don't get it, but it is what it is, man. But for all those people out there too that want to jump into YouTube, man, hey, do it, dude. Like I said, you'll meet a bunch of cool people over time.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, I'll never try to discourage anybody from not doing it. It just all I say is keep your expectations low, except for meeting people.
Yeah.
Unless you've got a really good niche and you've got a really good game plan, you're probably going to grow slow.
So, ladies and gentlemen, phone lines are open. If you guys like to call in, phone number is 516-387-1431. Like to hear from you guys. If you want to ask me a question or my guest, Mr. Hollar Moto himself, please call in. Stuff and things. If not, we'll just keep on talking. Yeah. But are you coming out to SCMM next year, man? Are you looking to possibly come out?
That is my plan. I've got a good game plan. It's just as long as it goes the way it's going, I will be there. And I will probably have some people with me. I'm going to try to stop by and pick up Lady Bane, and she is going to throw her bike on a trailer and come with me.
I don't know who's Lady. Where is she located?
Lady Bane, Moore, Oklahoma, buddy, right outside of Tulsa.
Oh, okay. So you're coming down south.
Well, no, I think she's going to.
Oklahoma. Moore ain't that goddamn close to Tulsa. But I feel you, though. I feel you.
I think she's only like. What did she say? Yeah, she's only like 20 minutes from Tulsa.
Yeah, Moore. Nah, that ain't Moore then.
I might be getting the name wrong.
Yeah, because Moore is like where Cowie Brock lives, which is Moore is like what?
Oh yeah, that's
south of Oklahoma City or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm doing. I believe she's north of Oklahoma City or Tulsa.
Tulsa, okay. Yeah, not too bad. But yeah, so you look at a trailer, right?
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna ride all the way out to California.
Why not, man? Fucking, that's experience of a lifetime. Like, what's his name? Amazing AJ, Ghost Anime, and Ride to Victory. They did that shit.
Yeah, I'm 40 years old. My body hurts. I'm not riding that far.
You know what? I don't know, man. I get it. I mean, to be honest, man, like I'm getting to that point where, honestly, bringing a bike to SCMM, it's not really even like I'm seriously thinking about just not even riding next year. Why? Because I don't ride when I'm in like I ride to Palm Springs, we party, and then we ride to the meetup spot and then back. We party more and then I ride home. That's it. Like, right, yeah.
It's more of a hangout unless you want to do the actual ride.
Right. And for me, I've never actually been on the group ride from SCMM. Like all 3 years, I either left early or like waited or some shit. You know what I mean? Like I was never in the whole scruffle. So like I was always like, yeah, I'm gonna do my own thing. There's a lot of people here, and I don't know 90% of these motherfuckers. I don't trust them, so I'm just gonna do my own thing. Well,
that's what. I feel the same way. I hate group rides. I can't stand them because I don't know anybody. I don't trust anybody. But I want to be able to do it once to say I did do it once, and then after that, if I come back, I'm gonna fly my ass out there and just hang out.
Gotcha. But yeah, it'd be great, man, to have you guys out. I can see any of you guys from the Midwest or from the South, man. Like, it seems like more and more people are starting to come out because they actually realize, like, oh, it's a fucking party. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Like, let's do it. And and I think also some of the other meetups are also trying to mimic, I guess, kind of what we done out here. Which is, to me, I love it, dude. I just like the fact that, like, look, dude, let's be human beings for a minute, right? We don't always have to be moto vloggers, right? Like, and that's one thing that I've noticed after some time of doing moto vlogs is that, like, I wanted more than just, hey, we're just only gonna meet up to ride and shoot a video. Like, that's the only time we hang out. Like I'm cool with that, but I want, I'd rather be able to just come over, fucking drink some beers, and pass out on your couch or something like that.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, do you have any some So okay, if you're not gonna ride to California, are you gonna come? Like, would you come out and stay a little bit longer to ride around California? Would you do that?
That right there would be my plan. That I would have to, because I mean, shit, from here to there, I think it's like a 2-day drive, something like that. It's like 22 hours. So
yeah, that's about right.
Unless I just drove it all the way straight through and then slept all damn day one day. But yes, that would be my plan. I wanna ride around out in California. I don't want to just come out there, do the thing, and then turn around and drive back home. You know, I'm gonna make it worth the trip.
Yeah, yeah. Because you know that's the thing. What I always tell people, like, yo, if you're gonna come out here, man, like for Palm Springs, like at least hit up a canyon or you know or whatever. Just like go to Hollywood. Like if you've never been to California, dude, you gotta come check some of this crap out here. Like it's pretty dope.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you know, because I mean, not only do I drag race my bike, I ride my bike stupid. I mean, that's the other way I put it out. I corner my bike like nobody else corners a fucking Harley, except for that dude in that video out on Mulholland Drive. That's how I ride my bike. I mean, I've got my primary covers. One, I've got to get a new primary cover because I've worn it down so much from being on the side of my bike from going around corners that it's starting to get too thin. I got to get a new primary cover because that's how I ride. I ride crazy, and I want to hit up those canyons.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there's beautiful ones. I mean, there's some in the Palm Springs area which I've never personally hit up just because. Like, when I'm riding there, I just want to get there, and then when I'm leaving, the hangover is real, and the energy is low, and I got 2 hours before I'm back home, so I just want to get home as quickly as possible, but, you know, eventually, I guess one of these days, I may venture out there, man. I just, it's so far, man, like, it's 100 and, I think I'm like 115, 120 miles from Palm Springs, dude. It just, like, there's no energy to go there unless I'm going there to drink with a bunch of people for the weekend.
Right. Yeah. Just to have a really good time.
Yeah. Yo, I want to ask you, how many years have you been riding?
I started riding street bikes. I got my first Harley Davidson when I was 11 years old. It was a 1984 Harley Davidson Sportster 1000 4-speed. So 11 years old. At 11, that's when I got my very first street bike and started riding on the street.
And how many times did you unfortunately have to lay it down?
Oh shit, a lot. A lot. I laid that bike down so many times. I mean, I'm 11 years old. It's no secret. I'm a small guy. You know, I'm 5'8", 180 pounds right now. But back then, I was a small feller. And yeah, I'm trying to even then that 84 Sportster 1000. I mean, that thing weighed a fucking ton to an 11-year-old. So. Yeah, but that's the good thing about it. It sat so low I could flat-foot it still, even though I was a small guy. But you know, I'm 11 years old. I hit the brake wrong, and all of a sudden the weight's too much. Bam, that bike's on the ground.
Yeah, that sucks. But
But I mean, yeah, like I said, I started riding dirt bike when I was 5, and I got my first street bike at 11. So I've been riding a long damn time.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I always looked at too as like crashing, especially if you're out. Like, I mean, there's the crash that you don't know what the fuck happened. One minute you're just cruising along or whatever, and next minute you're like, fuck, that hurt, you know? And you have no idea what happened. You have to look back and be like, oh, there was some rocks in the road or whatever it may be. And then there's the crashes that are just newbie shit, right? Just noob, right? Like fucking kickstand or whatever. But then,
too much front brake, yeah.
But then you have those crashes where you was like, maybe you were just riding aggressively or hard or whatever. I look at those crashes as like, yeah, it's got to happen to get better, right? Like,
yeah,
you can't become a confident and a competent rider by not crash. Like, you're gonna crash at some point, dude. Like, it's part of it. If you put
go ahead. That's the old saying, you know. There's two types of riders: the ones that have gone down and the ones that are gonna go down. Everybody goes down at one point in time.
Yeah, but then you meet that guy that's like, yeah, I've been riding since the 60s, never been down. You're like, dude, don't tell me that, because you're that one guy that fucks up the goddamn equation. But, I mean, so far, I'm not going to lie, dude, I've only met one person that I've talked to that says they've never been down. And I'm talking, like, you got to give them at least, like, 5 years worth of riding. I mean, of course, you can talk to any noob walking out of the dealership. No, I've never dropped it. 20 minutes later.
Yeah. On the ground. Pulled in my driveway, hit the damn brake wrong. It's laying down on my driveway.
You know what? I hate those kind of like I've dropped my bike once doing that, but I've had that situation happen so many times where like maybe the wheels turned, or the handlebars are turned a little bit, and then I hit the brake real hard, and then it fucking dips off to one corner. Right. And it's like if you don't catch it quick enough, dude, like timber, it's going right over.
Yeah, because over the summer I did that on mine. We had a big ride here in town, and I missed the road I was supposed to go on. I was supposed to be here. I came in this driveway, and there was a sidewalk that cut through. So I was like, fuck this, I'm riding up the sidewalk. So as soon as I turned on that sidewalk, I don't know what happened. I honestly don't. I didn't even touch my front brake. Well, my front tire slid right out from underneath me, and that bike hit the ground. It's like, bloop, and I'm like, I honestly, it happened so fast, I actually stood up. I never hit the ground. Just the bike hit the ground. And I'm just standing there looking at it. Like, you son of a bitch. Pick the bike back up. There's no sand, no nothing on the damn sidewalk. It just slid right out from underneath me.
Interesting.
Yeah. But my worst trick, and this is why I always advocate it, no drinking and riding. Because my worst trick, the one that really I will be in pain for the rest of my life because my neck is completely fucked up, was because I was drinking and riding.
Like how drunk were you?
I was so drunk, I don't even remember riding to where I wrecked at. I don't remember how I got there. But I do remember the wreck. I remember waking up for being knocked out from the wreck. I remember running over to my bike, picking it up, and riding off because I wrecked it right in front of the goddamn police station. And I want to get out of there because I was drunk.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't
drink and ride.
Yeah. you know what's funny? The most inebriated I've ever been on a motorcycle. As a passenger, yes, I've been fucking sloshed, dude. Like, that's happened a lot. Mm-hmm. Shout out Cali Girl Rider for getting my drunk ass home. Anyways, God, was it my first bike? Yeah, it was my first R6. Before I started Motovlog and before I had my major accident, I had like three. I went to a club at about 10 o'clock. And it was like my boy's birthday party and all this stuff. So I went out there, kicked it with him. I had 3 Coronas, but I had them like really early, like right as I got there. It was like I finished one, had the second one, finished the third, and then after that I just chilled. And then I probably left like around 1, right? So was I legally intoxicated? Probably not. But I was probably 0.6, 0.7 somewhere. I was close probably. But I felt that I was fine. And at some point I was coming down the freeway, and like I didn't see any like really like tail lights in front of me, and I didn't see any headlights behind me, and I was like, oh shit, fucking downshift. Next thing I know, I'm doing like 150 going down the fucking 5 freeway, and then it like a moment of clarity came over me. It was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And so after that I backed off, and then I think from that has literally been the most like that I've ever drank and physically rode. Like, I have had like a beer or something and then go riding, but we all know like one single drink is not going to impair you. But as far as like being blacked out, bruh, nope.
Yeah, I was pretty blacked out. I shouldn't even had the keys to my bike that night. I really honestly shouldn't. And I'm paying for it for the rest of my life now. That one night of fun.
One night of fun, and then what? The morning it was pretty. What happened when you woke up that morning?
When I woke up the next morning, I hurt all over, but not as bad as the second morning. The second morning I woke up, Jesus Christ, I hurt so fucking bad. Oh my God, it was terrible.
That reminded me of my high side. It was the same thing. Second day was worse. I was like, wait, how's the second day worse than the day? Fuck, man, that makes no sense.
And then what was it? It's like the third day I decided to go to the doctor, and they're like, yeah, let's get some X-rays. I tore my bicep. I chipped a bone out of my shoulder back here, and I ripped 30% of the ligaments that connect my neck to my shoulder right here. I ripped all those because whenever I hit, I was turning a corner, and my buddy was behind me. He goes, "Yeah, you basically turned the corner. It's like you just hammered your throttle straight into the curb." And he goes, "You did the coolest Superman dive I've ever seen in my life." He said, "I went straight up in there, and I came straight down on top of my head." Now, the corner I ran into was a big, giant, nice, pretty field. Just a big, nice green grass field with a sidewalk about 8 inches wide on the sumbitch, and that's exactly where my head landed, was on the sidewalk. And I came straight down. I mean, straight up Christopher Reeves.
Out of all places to hit, you had to hit the fucking the small part of the sidewalk. Damn it.
Yeah. I still got the helmet. I'll never get rid of the helmet that shows the big, giant scrape on that sumbitch. It's just one of them reminders that don't drink and ride, Jeremy. Okay, I won't.
Yeah, it is. You know, it is a hard thing, because even like last night when I went to over to Edgy Throttle's little pots, hey, I guess. Kelly asked me, she was like, "Are you gonna ride?" I was like, "I hadn't planned on it. I planned on drinking." She was like, "Oh, so you want to ride on the back?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do that." You know, because I know, dude. I mean, like, for me, like, as long as I don't have to drive, then, you know, I know that I'm gonna have a good night and do a lot of drinking. But yeah, like, if I had left Edgy's last night on a motorcycle, the first thing I would have done as soon as I got on the freeway is probably loop it. Like, seriously, I'd try to fucking pull a wheelie, and yeah, I'd probably fucking loop it, and then then I'd be in the hospital. Well, I'd probably be in the hospital handcuffed.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, kids, don't fucking drink. It's not a good thing.
Not fun. It hurts if you go down.
I mean, I could only imagine being. I don't know, dude. I guess everything would be kind of like, I don't know. What is it like, dude? What is it like riding drunk, dude? Like, can you explain that? Or,
well, I mean, and I'll be honest, I mean, this is back when I did have a huge drinking problem. I mean, I was bad. I was a bouncer at a bar here in town, and I would ride my bike up there to work, and then I'd work
all night.
And then free drinks all night. Yeah. And I would wake up the next morning in my bed, in my house, walk out to the garage going, where the fuck is my bike? And then my boss would call me and say, hey, your bike's up here. It's sitting on the dance floor. Come up and get it. Okay, cool. Be there in a minute.
Okay.
And then sometimes, you know, they did. Sometimes I woke up. I remember this one time. I woke up on my garage floor next to my bike with both my dogs laying next to me, huddled me, keeping me warm, because it was like December, and I rode the bike before. And December out here in the Midwest, it's fucking cold. And that's why I woke up like that. It's like, man, I got a problem. But that still didn't tell me I had a problem till I wrecked while I was drunk. That told me I had a problem.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I would consider myself lucky because, like, yeah, I get drunk and black out, but I've never. I think I've fucking passed out on the toilet, like, because I was trying to throw up or some shit, you know what I mean? And, like, woke up and was like, oh, oh, wow, okay, we're here. This is the bathroom. All right, let's go to bed. You know what I mean? And, like, but I've never, like, woke up on the fucking, like, garage floor or some weird. God damn, dude.
Yeah. And you're talking, I mean, this was, what year is this? 17? God, I mean, you're talking back in 2003. I did this shit, 2004.
The young times. When you were invincible. And see, that's the thing, dude. I didn't ride when I was in my 20s, you know, drinking and all that shit. Like, I didn't ride at all. Like, because when I joined the military, I, you know, had stopped riding my dirt bike and, you know, racing and all that other shit. And then eventually I sold it a couple years later because I never had it shipped over to, you know, to Japan or whatever. And so the whole time I was in Japan, like, I wasn't a fan of street bikes at all. And then actually I had a couple of friends that passed away on bikes in Japan that I worked with and stuff like that. And that just kind of reinforced everything. But I could only imagine the fucking type of decisions I would have made in Japan with a motorcycle and alcohol.
Yeah, right. Because don't they have, like, the rules over there that if you're going so fast, they won't even chase you?
I don't know, but it depends on who's chasing you. Most of their cars are fucking electronically limited to 180 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can't go over that. So
they're not catching you.
But yeah, it would have been bad, man. And plus, too, like, even, you know, the roads are, like, you think California's got twisties? Like, go to Japan, dude. There's some mountain roads in there that just, yeah, you know, be super, super technical. And Yeah, it wouldn't have been good for you, boy. So I'm glad I didn't, you know. I actually got a DUI when I was in the military too, man. It was always
you told me about that before.
Yeah, man. Fucking, I was fucking faded, son. I was like twice the legal limit, or almost 3 times, or some shit. Yeah, I was fucked, dude. I was good and drunk, but you know, I learned from that mistake, man, and from that point on, man, that's why I quit. I quit drinking and driving. I quit, you know, that stuff. Like I said, like I've had a beer, I've had 2. You know, 3 was the max. You know, with the motorcycle, but
right, yeah, absolutely.
You know, I've had 1 or 2 drinks and then drove home or something like that since then. But I've never been fucking out taking shots and doing all that shit like I normally do, and then fucking hop in a goddamn car and drive home. Like, fuck all that shit. But
right, yeah. That's. I don't recommend it.
No, I don't either. But
when you lived in, did you make it over to like the Ozarks and shit very much when you were younger? From living in Oklahoma.
Ozarks, isn't that like Arkansas?
No, bro, South Missouri.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
So. Wait.
Well, you didn't know where it was, so yeah, that kind of answered my question.
What the hell's in the Ozarks?
Bro, Twisty's like a motherfucker.
Oh, the Ozark Mountains? Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Let's Google Map this. Huh.
Lots and lots of twisties.
Branson?
Yeah, right around Branson area. Yeah, right around Branson. Okay. A little bit north.
I see y'all's fucking freeways or highways or whatever looks kind of fucked up. They're not all straight and shit. It's pretty funny.
No, it's like I said. I mean, it gets pretty curvy out here. You know, because we got the foothills and stuff like right before you get into Arkansas, stuff like that. So
I got you. Okay. Is it like small sections, or is it like, you know, do you have like hundreds and hundreds of miles of that type of shit?
No, I wouldn't say hundreds of miles, but yes, lots and lots of miles.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just like if I had to live in the Midwest, man, that like I'm sitting there looking at the freeway in Kansas, man. They're fucking like arrow straight for the most part. Holy shit.
Well, Kansas is different though. Kansas is just basically a flat fucking nothing state. There's nothing there.
Yeah. No, but it's funny. Like as like I said, as you go east, yeah, like you see that roads get a little more confused,
a lot curvy.
Yeah. Which is cool. Like, do you guys have any, like, I guess I don't know, like a Tail of the Dragon, or you know, something that?
No, we don't have anything specific. We have several roads down there in basically the Ozarks area that are really good roads to ride, but you don't get a lot of traffic on them because they're a lot more dangerous. Because, you know, like Tail of the Dragon, you have certain areas where it opens up to, you know, 4-lane or, you know, passing lane, stuff like that. We don't have any of that stuff. And everything, our shoulders, you basically have no shoulders. Everything is fall off. You have nothing. So it's a lot more dangerous to ride them. So we don't have anything that we would call anything like the Tail of the Dragon, you know, have a specific name, or where people travel from all over the country to come ride this certain road. We don't have anything like that.
Fat boy R6 says Kansas is flat as shit.
Yeah, well, he don't live too far from me.
Oh, where's he at?
He's out in Kansas. Fat boy, are you in Lawrence? I can't remember.
Lawrence. I remember going through Lawrence. I think going to because I got family that live in Omaha, and where the hell is Kansas? Oh, there it is. I want to say, I don't know. Where the fuck is Lawrence?
Not too far from Kansas City. It's about an hour.
Lawrence, Kansas. Let's see. Bing. Yeah, maybe I don't remember going through there.
I'm not sure if he's from Lawrence or if he's actually just like Salina. Okay, he's out in Salina.
Salina, Kansas? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Kansas is flat. Yeah, Oklahoma's pretty fucking flat. You know. But hey, you know, sometimes if all you got, you know, I don't like, you know, like you know, some people, they have 1 or 2 fucking turns that are kind of decent. They're like, maybe have like a 35-mile-an-hour sign or something. So they're like, yeah, we're going to take that shit at, you know, 90. It's the only way I can get my lean on. But I get it, man.
Right.
You try to make the best of a situation, man. Because look, California's great, man. California is awesome. The fact that there's a fucking twisty road within an hour for most people, right? But on the flip side of that, you got to deal with all the bullshit that comes with California. Number one, for stolen motorcycles. Dude, since I've been working at this shop, 3 customers have called about their bike being stolen.
Damn.
They're like, well, who should I contact? Like, bitch, call the goddamn police first. Right? And then call your insurance and then all this and that. But yeah, so, your bike can get stolen real easy if you don't have like a garage. 2, because you have all these canyons, you got to deal with all the levels of experience in those canyons. So you got noobs, you got pros, you got mediocre people. Just pray you don't catch a noob who goes wide in a corner and ends up right in front of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's videos of that happening up at the Snake, right? Dude goes wide in the corner, bam, right into another motorcycle. You're like, fuck, dude, like, I just came out here to have a good time, and now you gonna hit me opposite direction at 75 miles an hour,
Right.
Or, stuff being in the road and death, like people, dude, there's a lot of accidents out here. I followed some Twitter account that updates, for like crashes out here in Southern California. I followed that shit for like 2 days and then I unfollowed that shit. I was like, I can't, dude. Like every fucking like half hour, dude, it was like ride her down on this freeway, ride her down in this canyon, ride her down. I was like, yo, I'm out, dude. Like I'm good. So I mean, so you got good and bad, we got lane splitting, you guys don't, but then again, you guys just have freedom, dude. You can just hop on the road and not worry about fucking getting smashed or fucking, as much as we
watching California videos and then watching our videos, the main thing I do see is your all's roads are like a lot wider. So
maybe.
Because out here, fuck, I lane split. You watch any of my videos, you can see me lane split just because I get irritated with people. But it's harder to lane split out here, even if it was legal, because our roads are not very wide and cars really hug each other. Now, if it was a legal thing out here, maybe they would pay more attention and, separate more. But yeah, that's one thing I wouldn't mind living in California for, just for the lane splitting.
Just for the lane splitting, yeah. And you don't have a big old cruiser or like a fucking adventure with the damn side cases and all that shit.
Yeah, I don't have a real super wide bike. Heavy, yes. Wide, no.
X says, I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. I really didn't, dude. Like, I just remember sitting there and it was just like, dude, that fucking account was like at least 4 or 5. Well, I'd probably say at least 6+ times a day that shit was letting me know that somebody fucking crashed, and I was like, oh nope, I'm out. And then the moment it'd be like it would say something like I don't know, fucking San Diego rider down, a 2015 Daytona 675, and next thing you know I'm calling Ghost like, hey fucker, you okay? Okay, you're good? All right, my bad, dude. I just saw that some dude on Daytona went down in fucking San Diego, but all right, you're good. So like, I was just like, yo, I'm done. I'm out. I don't need to follow that shit. But roads suck in California. Oh, bitch. Hell no. Roads are full of potholes and grooves. Yeah. Well, that's usually because California's money spread thin. Reno, I'm not gonna lie, Reno to date has the best roads I've ever been on. That shit was definitely worth taking a bike all the way up there. That shit was amazeballs. But well, anyways, it doesn't look like anybody wants to call in, man. That's kind of sad. I guess they just like listening to us, but
evidently. That's cool though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So what? You're at work. I know you got to do work stuff and things here soon, right?
Yeah. I gotta get ready to get busy.
Man, that's a lot of tools behind, or that's a big toolbox over there to your. I guess that'd be your left and right. Damn.
Yeah, that's oh, here, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the big one, and then those are just little ones over there. Mine's actually over here in the out of picture. You can't see it. It's just a little bitty thing. All these guys get these big heads and big dicks. I'm gonna have the biggest thing, and you know what? I got this little bitty small short cabinet Craftsman toolbox. Holds every fucking thing I need. I don't need one of them big summages.
Right. Yeah, cause like at the shop, I'm trying to look them up right now. Is it triple bay? I think it is a triple bay. Let me see. Is it a triple? No. But yeah, if you guys look up like Matco like 4S.
Yeah,
dude, like it has here I can kind of, let me see, I think I can slide this over here, like that fucking thing right there. I know you probably won't see it, but that thing right there, dude, that's the coolest damn fucking toolbox that I've ever seen, dude. That shit is dope as fuck. Like, but the one that they have at the shop, it has like USB ports and shit, right? It's got power strips, lighting, fucking. I was like, damn, dude, how much this set you back? He was like, just be known, it was like a lot. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
all right, I could never afford that, but yeah,
right,
to me, like.
I mean, these guys are spending $10,000 on fucking toolboxes.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what he was hinting at. But yeah, dude, like it was cool as shit, right? He's got his little laptop in there and shit, you know. And then when he leaves, he fucking closes it and locks it. I was like, man, that shit kind of dope right there. But yeah, for me, it's something practical, right? Like I need about 7-8 drawers. I'm good, you know. They ain't gotta be that wide either, you know. They're like fucking 2 feet wide. I'm straight. I don't have a lot of tools, man. You know what I mean? So that's cool. That's cool. Well, let me see here. Well, man, I'm not gonna keep you too much longer because you know, I know you gotta go to work, man. You got bills to pay and shit. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to follow Mr. Hollar Moto, you can check him out on Instagram right here. See that right there? It says Hollar Moto. You see that? Boom. And then also for like I think the second time in 2 shows now, I've actually put in information to channels and stuff like before the show. So if you guys want to check him out on YouTube, make sure you click that link in the description in the down there's right down there in that doobly-doo below that description box. You can check out his channel. Yeah. So Hollar, I'm gonna give you the last word, man. If you got any shameless plugs, anything you want to throw out there while we still got you on?
I just thank everybody for coming and checking us out and watching me talk bullshit. And like Red said, please go check out my Instagram and please go check out my YouTube. That's about the shameless plugging I can do.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, go do that. Go do that. And also too, for my Southern California people, yes, there will be a Danny K's coming up here soon. Trying to hash out some things, man. I'm working on something different. It may not go through. That's why I've been kind of like delayed and holding us back. But yeah, be on the lookout for some information on that, guys. Redbeard Tarkov, possibly, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'm off tomorrow. It's Monday, so I don't know. May sit around and smoke crack all day. That may be a thing too. I don't know. But but anyways, guys, yeah, make sure you guys tune in this Friday coming up for the other guys that should be on Backroad Moto's channel. So make sure you guys go over there and check him out for the Friday night show. And yeah, that's everything I got. So make sure you guys check out Hollar Moto, man. Much love and respect to everybody. We will catch you next week right here on Red One Radio, man. You guys have a good weekend.
Thanks, everybody.
No, you guys have a good week.
Good week.
Fuck, dude. See, I'm still used to the whole Wednesday fucking, but
yeah.
It's Sunday, man. And if Billy is live, I don't know if he is. Is Backroad live right now?
I think he was. Last time I looked, he was.
He was. Yeah, he's live. So make sure you guys go over there, head over to Backroad Moto's channel. Go over there and show him some love, man. Let him know Red One sent you. But appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man. Y'all have a great week, man, and we'll see you on Friday. Deuces.
Later, all.